Good morning, viewers, and welcome back with me, Nadia Shaliha, on Berita Kita this morning. The UGM Integrated Career Days 2024 is one of the biggest events held by Universitas Gadjah Mada and is back to help fresh graduates and students who wish to prepare for their careers. Here's a look at the atmosphere at the event location. This event took place on November 16 to 17 and aimed to connect students and alumni with various well-known companies in Indonesia. Held at the Graha Sabah Pramana building at UGM, this event offered various opportunities including a job fair, seminars, and career consultation sessions. In addition, several workshops and interactive activities were held to give participants a broader insight into the industry and the rapidly growing professions. UGM Integrated Career Days 2024 also involved over 10 companies from various sectors such as technology, finance, and manufacturing. All of them are ready to offer job opportunities to job seekers. Through these events, it is hoped the participants will find career opportunities aligned with their fields of expertise and prepare for a more promising future.
Oke, jadi acara ini tuh diharapkan dapat membantu antara job seeker, pencari kerja fresh graduate yang ada di Jogja dan sekitarnya untuk lebih mengenal ke perusahaan-perusahaan mitra dan mempersiapkan karir mereka ke depannya gitu. Dan diharapkan juga nantinya si pekerja fresh graduate ini dapat mendapatkan karir impian mereka, dan mungkin juga nggak cuma untuk yang fresh graduate, bisa buat mahasiswa seperti kita juga, biar lebih tahu nih gimana ininya kayak dunia kerja itu seperti apa, lebih mungkin kayak curi start seperti itu.
In addition to job-seeking opportunities, UGM Integrated Career Days 2024 also provided career consultation sessions to help participants better understand their professional profiles. For those looking to apply for jobs, various tips and tricks on writing an attractive CV and how to handle job interviews were shared by professionals in the field. That's a brief overview of the UGM Integrated Career Days 2024, which took place recently. For those who couldn't attend, there's still time next year to join and explore the career opportunities you've been dreaming of. That's all for our report on the UGM Integrated Career Days. We hope this event can open up more career opportunities for students and job seekers in our beloved city of Yogyakarta. The next that wraps up our current updates. Now, let's shift gears and take a look at a popular destination in Indonesia that continues to capture the hearts of both locals and tourists. It's none other than Malioboro, a vibrant street in Yogyakarta known for its bustling atmosphere, street markets, and rich cultural heritage. As the holiday season approaches, Malioboro is witnessing an influx of visitors eager to experience its unique blend of traditional crafts, local cuisine, and lively street performances. Let's take a closer look at how the atmosphere there is shaping up for the season ahead. Stay with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nadia Shaliha. So here I am reporting live from the heart of Yogyakarta, which is Malioboro, as one of the most famous and the most heritage public places in Indonesia. So Malioboro continues to be the pulse of the city where tradition, culture, and modern life converge.
Malioboro Street is one of the most well-known destinations in Yogyakarta. It's a cultural hub filled with street vendors, traditional markets, and the unmistakable sound of bustling activity. For many, it's a place to shop, eat, and enjoy the local entertainment. But what's interesting is that even locals from Yogyakarta who live here day in and day out still flock to Malioboro.
Ya, untuk mencari hiburan gitu, hiburan juga. Ini menyempatkan waktu kita hari Jumat, nanti itu Jumatan, sebelum itu kita nyantai dulu.
Even for Yogyakarta's own residents, Malioboro remains a beloved destination. Whether it's the lively markets or the familiar street vendors, it's a place where the spirit of the city can be felt. But as the tourism continues to thrive, some parts of this iconic street face challenges. One of the most iconic sights of Malioboro is the becak, a traditional rickshaw that has long been a favorite among tourists. However, despite the crowds, the becak drivers are facing a tough situation. Unlike other modes of transportation, such as public buses, and taxis, the Becaks have been seeing fewer passengers lately.
Kalau sekarang itu musimnya sepi, jadi nggak ada pendatang yang datang. Kalau orang sini aja sekarang sudah nggak mau becak.
Despite their charm and the scenic ride they offer, Becak drivers are increasingly facing stiff competition from faster, more modern forms of transportation, leaving some of the city's most traditional transporters struggling to stay busy.
Jadi kalau Jogja itu ibaratnya Tuhan atau Allah ketika menciptakan Jogja kayaknya sedang jatuh cinta gitu ya. Jadi semua sudut di Jogja itu sangat romantis, sangat estetik, sangat indah, dan vibes-nya itu penuh dengan kasih sayang seperti itu. Jadi membuat semua orang walaupun kayaknya udah pernah datang ke Jogja, tapi selalu ingin kesini lagi, ingin selalu balik lagi. Dan sekarang kan Jogja penataannya sudah sedikit berubah ya. Jadi terakhir kali ke sini waktu itu Malioboro-nya belum seperti ini. Terus sekarang tiba-tiba sudah berganti suasana baru dan menurut saya lebih estetik, lebih indah lah gitu, lebih luas.
Malioboro continues to be a hotspot for tourists, offering a unique blend of culture, shopping, and street life. However, with new modes of transport becoming more popular, traditional forms like the Becak face new challenges in moderning city.
So as we've seen today, Malioboro continues to be a place where history and modernity blend effortlessly together. So whether you're here for the shopping or for the culture or simply to take in the insights and sounds, it's clear that this iconic street remains a central part of Yogyakarta identity. So that's all from me. I'm Nadia Shaliha. Thank you so much for today.
From the vibrant streets of Malioboro, we now turn to a significant issue that has been making headlines recently. The planned increase in the Pajak Pertambahan Nilai or PPN to 12%. This change is set to impact various sectors and everyday consumers across the nation. To give you a better sense of how this is affecting the public, we've gathered opinions from people on the streets. Let's hear their thought in this Vox Pop segment.
Kalau menurut saya enggak ya, karena Indonesia kan masih negara berkembang ya. Untuk negara maju kayak Singapura misalnya itu kan kenaikan PPN-nya cuma 9%, Korea Selatan negara maju itu 10% kalau saya nggak salah ya. Nah Indonesia yang masih negara berkembang 12% itu lumayan tinggi ya, cukup tinggi. Jatuhnya bukan memajukan perekonomian, malah memundurkan, karena dengan keadaan Indonesia yang sekarang untuk kenaikan PPN itu bukan langkah yang tepat sih menurut saya.
Kalau menurut saya sih kurang tepat ya, karena untuk masyarakat yang menengah ke bawah juga nggak begitu membantu soal itu sih.
Menurut saya ya sebagai warga kecil, menurut saya kurang tepat sih, soalnya dengan kenaikan PPN 12% itu akan menghambat perputaran keuangan. Jadi daya beli masyarakat pasti akan lebih menurun kan. Jadi perputaran ekonomi juga makin lambat. Jadi menurut saya kurang tepat sih.
Mungkin untuk beberapa beberapa pihak iya mungkin ya. Mungkin tapi untuk saya karena belum terlalu merasakan, jadi nggak terlalu yang concern ke sana gitu.
Kayaknya itu untuk beberapa pihak memberatkan ya, karena kalau misalnya kita lihat dari status sosial ekonomi, kita juga kan tidak merata ya. Jadi mungkin menurut saya beberapa pihak mungkin akan merasa keberatan dengan kenaikan PPN 12% itu.
Well, back again with me. From the various opinions we've heard, the 12% increase of PPN has indeed sparked more opposing voices. Concerns about its impact on the purchasing power of society are evident, and many hope this policy will help the country's economic recovery. What's most important is that the management of funds from this policy must be transparent and beneficial for all layers of society. Thank you for watching our report. I'm Nadia Shaliha along with the entire team, wishing you a great day ahead and hope your day is wonderful. Good morning and see you next time.